Hange hafetu ulo ulo kakaha Hot mamari mari whakangalo ngata E lava nai for you to be my taengata O atu e kumo ui ke whaiteriha
Portland has a big poly community, but the Tongans are a large amount of people out here. Basically, any Tongan function going on, everybody comes out to it. My name is Tupo Ata Eliasa, aka LP. I'm a member of 3RP.
P is the producer of the team. Him and Law, they both produce most of our music.
My name is Taloa Latu Poleo Togamata.
Law is a very, very talented cat, man. He's a very talented person. He came from a real musically inclined family, you know, the Poleos, the Togamata side, you know, the Fonis, the Ulisse, all them cats. So Law, it's in Law's blood, you know.
When we first started, it was just me, Law, and Chris. And then eventually, everybody, we started building a little buzz in town in Portland. And Davey was always with us because we had a little Faikava crew that we used to hang out. Like on Fridays with Pununga Sayoni.
My name is David Finau Paretua, aka D-Tunes.
D-Tunes? Tunes, the youngest one on the team. We called him D-Tunes because he's probably the only kid. When we first started, we didn't have to use auto-tune on to correct his pitch and everything. That boy was always on point.
Sometimes, no auto-tune.
See, David, he really wasn't a reggae artist until he met us. He was more just a Faikava, you know, cultural singing person. He wasn't really, he got turned on to the reggae because of Law. Law put him up on it. And
music is a big part of Faikava. We always used to like sing Faikava songs, try to imitate how the OGs used to like play the Tongan song.
Faikava is it's a ceremony amongst the Polynesian culture. It's the conversation you have around the kava bowl is what brings the young men together, you know what I mean?
Kava it's a root pounded up. It's just roots pounded up in the dust and put in the bag. Just mix it with water and then filter. And that's what it looks like.
We all came together in front of this thing right here called a kumete, and there was no boundaries. Everybody was equal. That's how most of us in the group met, was through this, Faikava. My name is Chris Forpau. Stage name is Doe. I'm part of a group called 3RP from Portland, Oregon. And I am currently the manager of the group, also a co-founder of the group. I was currently in school for business management. I had the goals of starting my own construction company. Right before I graduated, I went and paid Laura and P a visit. But yeah, I walked in, heard them making beats, and I was impressed on site. And Laura was working on a reggae track at the time.
At the time, I wasn't really into singing and stuff, so Lil P was like, hey, you should hop on this beat right here and see how it sounds. So I hopped on the beat, and he was like, oh man, this really sounds good, man. Maybe we can put it out or something, like let people hear it.
Let me take you on a trip to the Hufangalupe. Candlelight dinner, then I show you to my bed. Sexy big down, sexy big down. One word to describe her, fine, fine, fine.
I looked at her, I'm like, damn, bro, can you do hip hop? And the Lord's like, yeah, bro, I got it, man. Ba. No lie, in like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, the Lord knocked out a hip hop beat.
Murder tracks. I'm from the town between Columbia and Willamette River. My flow cancerous with AIDS, man, nobody sicker. I'm North fresh to death, homie, you know the deal.
What's really folk nitty, flow dumb, stupid, silly, young gunner, the kid Billy. They ice spilling, let the city living chilly, pop 'em, pilly, split 'em, Philly, Henny P, when it bang like two titties. Real illy, the flow opposite of pretty. Northwest, super by the hill, Achilles.
When I was in prison, you know, everybody called you by your last name. My last name was too long, Halafuka, and everybody just started calling me Fook for short.
Fook, man, the kid is cold with the bars, man. He got lyrics, and he wasn't trying to be a rapper. He didn't take it serious when I told him, you know, come ghost write for me. You know, I want you to write lyrics for me and whatnot. folks started coming around more, and he started seeing what we was doing and how serious we was.
The Lord challenged me to write to a beat, and I wrote, and then I just took it on from there.
I asked them what else can they do, and Lil P got on and made an R&B beat. That's how we started. That's our production. 3RP is rap, reggae, R&B production. I figured I could manage these producers and have them make beats and produce other people, and you know, that's how it started. Little did we know there was hundreds and thousands of producers out there trying to get a name, and it didn't work the way we planned it. But that's how 3RP was born, as a production label. But it formed into a group somehow. We don't know how. It just manifested in this group, and we rolled with it. You know, because we was out there. What we was trying to do was sell our beats to, you know, not big time artists amongst the poly music community, or like Fiji, you know, J-Bug, but they wasn't having it. They were like, you know, we don't know 3RP, we never heard of y'all. You know, you got a resume, how long y'all been doing this, and yada, yada, yada. And we said, oh, fuck it, we just hop on our own beat, and that's what happened. I made a MySpace page a couple of years ago, put the music up, and it took off.
Is that good? You guys?
Check 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Mic check, mic check, check. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
We got some.
Yeah, they calling for you. Can we get Chris Full Power to the stage, please?
VRP. First of all, I think it's incredible. It's very inspirational. I think it's very, very eclectic and diversified. It has a lot of different elements. I mean, like you don't just get reggae, you don't just get hip hop, you don't just get R&B, you don't just get a taste of Tongan culture. You get like this like gumbo of everything tied together. It's very spiritual and very open-ended, and it can go anywhere. So it's very unpredictable, and I love it.
It was just fine. You guys got us nervous. It's the camera.
Oh, man, y'all was killing that shit. I was like, and your ass.
3RP is just like a family.
It's challenging me to do something with my life.
You did everything you do with your brother.
I was always a shy, like quiet type. But being in the group really made me step out of the box.
My favorite role playing as a manager is the older brother role to these guys, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm giving back to make these guys' life a little bit more better than, you know what I mean? Give them a chance or something, you know? So for all the bad things I've done, I'm trying to help out more, giving these Tongan kids opportunities.
streets! Our streets!
I think I think the movement of it to galvanize community was a great thing. I do have some. I'm curious rather as to see how it continues.
I think that it's a good thing that they're doing, but I really feel that they don't have any leader.
I kind of agree, with their whole right to, freedom of speech and all that. I just kind of think some of them went a little overboard and took it just a little bit too far, maybe. But I do kind of agree with the point they originally started out with.
I am no different! I am no different! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like!
So, man, what do you think about the whole Occupy Portland movement?
I don't know. I don't really know what it's about. I don't know. Like I said, I really don't know.
So, ma'am, what do you think about the whole Occupy Portland movement?
I don't know anything about it.
It's not leading to solving anything, but just to be out in general and wasting one's time.
And I've yet to find what their goal even is. Things that people were saying down there is that vagueness is a virtue. And I don't know how they can accomplish anything if they don't have their goals in place at all.
The goals are to get money out of politics, to get financial influence out of our political system. Ending corporate personhood is a huge goal of every occupation.
I hate to be negative, but I'm feeling that there's almost no way out unless there's, with what's going on right now, corporations are only going to get bigger. And if I were to become a businessman and start my own business, and I get really successful one day, and then it'll just get bigger and bigger, and then I'll be myself like a corporate dude.
I just want you to know. This process will not thrive. It will die off. If you don't participate.
I personally believe that we are suffering from lots of deficits, not just a financial deficit, but a deficit of participatory democracy, a deficit of critical thought, and a deficit of creative thought and action. And the occupation is something completely new to us, us in the last few generations. So it's an innovative way to come together, and with innovation comes inspiration and comes energy, and that's what you really need to get a movement kick-started and to get it going and to ensure longevity. So that's why I occupy.
What do you find most frustrating about the whole Occupy movement?
Just the fact that they just, they're trying to get their message across, but they're fucking people like me.
It kind of lost its message along the way, because the homeless moved in and they started doing drugs.
I'm not being patronizing. I'm just saying. No, well, it's a little patronizing that he's standing here
He's just keeping. No, he hasn't done anything. Conversation. I'm just standing here. We're allowing you guys to have your say. That was allowing your rights.
But allowing that makes it sound like you have.
I had the choice to not allow it.
You can't really ever be peaceful when you arm yourself and approach others in a way that just in and of your physical presence is threatening. So yes, while they did refrain from using incredibly excessive force or utilizing the excessive force that they had readily available, they displayed that force.
Very much for keeping this peaceful. Yep, thank you. Thank you, officers.
You remain in the roadway, show intent to engage in physical resistance to removal, or if the emergency circumstances require, you may be subject to the use of force, including chemical agents and impact weapons.
Personally, what I want to gain from this, what everyone else in this city wants. What potential is lying out there? I want to gain an understanding of that, and there's no way that I will gain that without engaging in this movement and without engaging in these conversations, because there's no other outlet by which we can learn that. It's always silenced.
Most people are afraid of something. Most folks are afraid of wild animals.
Hey, Jackie.
Yeah, Hans?
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about how stagnant I feel.
I think about keepsakes as proof that I exist. I have some underlying unease about some of the things I've held on to. The uncomfortable feeling is me telling myself that I need to let go, but it's also, it's really hard to let go.
What's the difference between restlessness and ambition?
I feel like I'm treading water.
Do you know what you're gonna do with your stuff?
I grew up with a family of people that thought everything should be saved, nothing should be thrown away. Our garage was always chock full of crap all the time. I really like streamlined design, which maybe sounds funny, but architecture magazines where they show the houses where everything is white and it looks like nobody lives there. For some reason, I'm really drawn to that. So no one's real house looks like that, and I know that, but at the same time, I really like the idea of having everything you own being able to fit in your car and just being able to drive off whenever you felt like it. It's hard for me to take photographs in the moment because in order to take a photograph, you have to come outside of the moment. You're no longer participating in the now.
Collecting objects is a way for me to hold on to sentimental moments when I don't have a photograph. A dried flower, plane ticket, a glow-in-the-dark bracelet that no longer even glows. It's worthless plastic. It's trash, but I see it and I remember. I feel an obligation to keep these things, partially because these people, for the most part, aren't in my life anymore. For some of the things, like things from my mom, I mean, I know that she's still around, but she won't be forever. And so I wonder, you know, will I want to look at those things after she's gone? So she's given me some things that I would probably never wear. She sent me a pair of footy pajamas. They were purple and flannel and had penguins, like a 5-year-old would wear. I was 25 at the time. It stresses me out to think that if I died in a freak accident, I don't want my husband Morgan to have to decide what to do with these objects, and I don't want him to have any feelings like I have, where I feel like I don't want to keep them, but guilt is causing me to hold on to them.
I suppose this is as good a time as any to ask if you're going to keep me.
Memory is not a static thing. You're constantly, when you think about your past, your mind colors it with your present experience. Though it's not a factual record, it is more about a metaphorical truth.